Hello, everybody. It's Stacy Tucker, author of the Equal Night Trilogy fantasy fiction series. Welcome and happy solstice, December 21st, 2019. Yay. I just wanted to see how everyone was doing this week before the big holidays. Christmas, Hanukkah starts next week as well. And, just a lot of running around and craziness, but hopefully all good things. I know some of you are still struggling with some really big things going on right now. So my support and love goes out to you. You know who you are. And as I was preparing my video today, I was thinking about the themes, like what is the theme that, I try and have a topic of conversation. And for me, I was thinking about like ancestral karma and ancestral patterns and our behavioral patterns around the holidays, right? I mean, we get around our holiday table with our families and that we may not see all that often, and it's like we revert back to being children. And why is that, right? And it's really about the behavioral patterns that we've created with the people in our family of origin. And I'm writing a blog post about this right now, as far as thinking about our relationships with the people, our parents, our siblings, those that have known us the longest. And those are the patterns that are the hardest to crack. And when the holidays come around, it smacks us in the face and presents us with the challenge of, are we going to act the same, or are we going to take a breath or 10 and shift our behavior and be better than just falling into the old patterns of annoyance and retaliation and whatever it may be to move forward, right? 2020 is all about finding our voice, speaking up, and living from our more authentic selves. And I feel like that energy is already here, but it's the initiatives of that energy are already presenting themselves, and they're going to just be part of the whole holiday season. Is really about boundaries, for one, boundaries. Where I find that hard to maintain, but it's a practice for sure. And the other thing that I was thinking about is forgiveness, right? It's the season of Jesus, and there's always the line, what would Jesus do? And that would be forgive. And the holiday season, the holiday table, visiting with family, gives us prime opportunity to forgive. And, if I think about it for any length of time, I mean, that is really what I'm called to do and asked to do. And it's definitely challenging, right? The forgiveness, the people in our lives that drive us just the most bonkers, are there for a reason. And part of that reason is to love them despite their crappy behavior, right? And so part of it is it's the balance of the boundaries. And I feel like being silent around someone's crappy behavior at the holidays, whether it be a narcissistic sister or a father who likes to dig over things that you may or may not have accomplished this year, right? so often it's easy to just say nothing and sit in silence. And that is a choice. And it's something that that's been the choice that I have taken over the course of my life. But I'm at this point in my life, and I'm sure you're feeling this as well, where that is an old, worn out pattern, and it's time to refine those boundaries and understand that the silence, the not saying anything, is support of another person's crap, right? So I invite you to look at that situation differently, as I will do this holiday. Look at the situation differently with awareness of just being present, not needing to react, but then also not letting it get to you the way that it used to, right? To put aside the no longer needed patterns of behavior and try something new. And that involves being big enough to forgive a person for their shortcomings, because they are part of your life, they are part of your family, and loving them anyway, right? That's what Jesus would do. Love them anyway. So it's just kind of, there's a lot going on this end of year, and we're starting a new decade, and it's very exciting, and it's ramping up for some wonderful, fresh, kick-ass energy. But I'm feeling like this last week of December, with all of the holiday gatherings, is really asking us to tread lightly with ourselves, with our hearts, to set our boundaries and know what's acceptable and what isn't, and to forgive when necessary, right? Forgive when necessary. So I will work on that as well this holiday season. So, and I think I will, I wish I had like a Christmas oracle deck or a festive oracle deck, which I don't, but I've got, what do I have here? I've got, how about let's do for our teens, right? I will use Teen Angel oracle cards, which I love, and I use with some of my teen friends, young adult friends who will let me. But this is a great deck for young people because it has a lot of relevant themes for what teens are struggling with, right? And so much of the holiday season is about wish lists and getting the right gift. And for our teens and young people, it's like they have absolutely everything. And I have my stepchildren are young adults. They're not even teenagers anymore. They're past that. But I mean, it's really hard to buy for them because they have everything. And I also feel like the up and coming generations aren't interested in stuff the way that past generations have been really attached to material items, which is a step forward, right? And so they really they're content enough in their environments and in themselves that they don't really have huge lists or want a lot of material things, which is a good way to live, right? We're just happy within and not needing the extra perks, right? They're fun, but not needed. So I will just pull one card for this week of the solstice. If you can, do just a small intention for, I think the solstice is a new moon as well. So it's amazingly perfect time to just set an intention, maybe write it in your journal if you've started writing. We talked about starting writing last week, and it's a great, time to just write something down that you want to see created in the new year. And when I come back next time, I'll talk in depth more about creating your intentions for the new year. I mean, you can do that at any time. You could do that tomorrow on the new moon as well. You can just have it be a projection into the new year and then releasing it into the universe, right? Not being attached to it is also part of it too, which is very challenging. But part of the whole process of manifestation is to release that attachment to the outcome, which we all cling to, wanting to see our goals come to fruition. But a big life lesson there is you don't always get what you wish for, and that can be disappointing, but there's usually something more grand around the corner. So I will choose, what card is this? I haven't even seen it yet. Family time. That is awesome. Number 17, family time. We were just talking about family time. Love when spirit works with me. So great. Okay. Number 17, family time, right? And also too, right? I mean, we are all so distracted and so busy and can't seem to make time for absolutely anybody. But the holidays are an amazing time to do just that and to really connect with our young people, with our kids, with nieces and nephews that we may not have seen in a while. And it's just a great, not that we need an excuse, but sometimes we kind of do, but it's a great time to really remember what life is all about, right? Family time, so great. There are times when you might be so busy with friends, study, interests. When you are at home, you just want to stay in the comfort of your room. But interaction is so important, right? Interaction, that's what number 17 is all about. Hanging out with family. And that's what this next week will be about, right? Hanging out with family and having patience with your parents. I'm talking to the teens there. But, oh my gosh, I mean, family time, can't make that up. So great, family time. Okay, awesome. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and listening, and I wish you an amazing Hanukkah and Christmas and Kwanzaa and whatever it is that you might be celebrating next week. Enjoy, and I will see you in the new year. Lots of love. Bye-bye.